Welcome students. Today I'm going to start a new chapter from economics, that is poverty as a challenge. Okay. So let us first understand what is poverty. So poverty is a condition in which the person lacks the financial resources and essential things to enjoy minimum standard of living. So poverty is the condition in which the person lacks the financial resources and essential commodities. So when the people don't have the financial resources and essential commodities to maintain the standard of living, that time it is known as poverty. When the people have, it can we can also consider that when the people have no food, no clothes, no home, that time also, and that is also known as poverty. Okay. So let us start with the chapter. So poverty is the condition in which the person lacks the financial resources, essential things to enjoy minimum standard of life. Okay, it is the most difficult challenge faced by independent India. So after the independent India, this poverty is the main challenge, the most difficult challenge that India had faced after independence. Okay, because before India used to be a rich country, and so from people from all over the world in the history, the people in our country India was very rich country. The people from all over the world once wanted to come to India. Okay, because it was very rich country. Okay, that's why so many invaders, so many people from all over the world came to India. Okay, Muslims also came, Britishers also came, French came, Portuguese came. All they stayed in India for so many years, and they took away so many wealth from India to their country. Because of that only, our country is now a poor country, and you can see a developing country. Okay. So what happened after independence? This poverty is a difficult challenge faced by independent India. Okay, poor people can be landless laborers in villages. So poor people are the landless laborers in villages, juggies and slum dwellers. All were poor. Or in cities and towns, they were also poor. Daily wage workers at construction sites, child workers in dhabas, or even beggars. All these people are considered poor. Okay, so they somehow manage to eat the they somehow manage to keep the daily food in the table. Okay, and the condition of some of the people are so that don't they can't even manage to keep the food, one time food in the table also, with their hard working also. Okay, as per poverty report 2011 and 12, roughly 27 crore people in India live in poverty. So as per 2011 poverty report, still 27 crore people in our country is living in poverty. Okay, this means India has the largest single concentration of poor in world. So as the 27 crore people in India is still living in poverty, so our country India is the largest concentration of poor in the world. Every 4% is poor.
Now, moving on, here you can see how the poverties are analyzed or how poverties are seen by the social scientists. Okay, social scientists analyze poverty from many aspects besides level of income and consumption. So besides level of income and consumption, social scientists analyze poverty from many aspects. Okay, so this level of income and consumption is one of the most important indicator of poverty. But besides this, there are so many other aspects which analyzes the poverty. Okay, so what is that we will be discussing. Okay, number one is poor level of literacy. So if 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 the group of person or the children are illiterate, then what happens? if the illiteracy rate of the children or the people are more, then there is a greater chance of becoming poor. Okay, if the rate of if the rate of illiterate people is more, then the poverty will also be more. And if there is the rate of illiterate person rate of literate person is more, then there is a less chance of the people being poverty, okay, or remaining poor. Okay, because the literate people can go anywhere and find a good job, but the illiterate people cannot go anywhere and find a good job. They have to do a small works like labor works and all. Okay, so that is why illiteracy level, if there is increase in the illiteracy level, then the poverty will also increase. Okay, number 2 is malnutrition leading to the poor resistance to disease. So next is malnutrition. Okay, so what is it? The children, the group of children not getting a good nutrition is called malnutrition. Okay, the children who are living in poverty will be deprived of nutritious food. Okay, so the children who are living in poverty, who are from very poor family, will obviously be deprived of nutritious food, because they don't have a good healthy food to eat. Whatever they get, they will eat. Okay, so they will be deprived of the nutritious food. So what happens? So they cannot generate the resistance to disease. So their body cannot generate the resistance to diseases. Okay, and their body does not have the ability to build the good immune system because of their malnutrition. Okay, so what happens? The poor children or the members of the poor family will be more sick than the people who are getting who are having a good nutritious food. Okay, so this is that. So if they will get more sick, then they don't, and if they will get more sick, then what happens? They cannot do the work. Okay, their efficiency of doing work will also decreases, and they will obviously not get a good job or work in the factories or in anywhere. Okay, so because of that, they always remain poor. So malnutrition is also the another aspects which leads to for the people to remain poor. Okay, so next poverty analysis is lack of job opportunity. Okay, so what happens? The poor people, they are mostly and usually they are illiterate people. So what happens? So if they are illiterate, then obviously they will not get a good job. Okay, so due to this, what happens? There is a lack of job opportunity for them. Okay, so next is lack of access to sanitation and safe drinking water and so on. So so there is also a lack of access to sanitation, so okay, and safe drinking water and other things also as well, those who are in poverty. Okay, so these are all the 5 factors, the 5 poverty analyses which are used by social scientists. But there are another 2 aspects of poverty indicator which are mostly used by social scientists nowadays. Okay, the most commonly used indicators for poverty analysis are social exclusion and vulnerability. Okay, so first is social exclusion. Okay, so what is social exclusion? So social exclusion is the phenomena in which the certain groups or communities are excluded from enjoying facility which others enjoy. So social exclusion is the phenomena in which the certain groups or communities are excluded from the society, and they are kept away from the society, and they were not allowed to enjoy certain facilities which other people enjoys. So same thing happens in our country also, where the low caste people are treated so badly, and they are not even allowed to enter the houses of high caste people, and they are kept separately. They are not allowed to enter the temples also, and the widows are also treated like the same way. And because of all these things, what happens, they are badly affected, and they does not get equal opportunities and facilities what the high caste people gets. So because of all this, what happens, these things hampers and tortures mental and physical quality of that person, and he will not be able to uplift in the society. Okay, so they are excluded from the society. Social exclusion means the certain group of people or the communities are excluded from the society. And I gave the example of lower caste peoples in our country. Okay, they are excluded from the society and not even let to enter the houses of high caste people. So this is known as social exclusion. So these caused more poverty than the lower income. So all these things causes more poverty in the country. Okay, next we have is vulnerability. So what is vulnerability? So vulnerability is to poverty is a measure which describes the greater probability of certain communities of becoming or remaining poor in the coming time. So it is the vulnerability to poverty is the it's a measure which describes the greater chances of certain communities of becoming or remaining poor in the coming time. So vulnerability says that it measures whether the particular communities, whether the the people living in the poverty, whether they will become rich in the future, or they will remain as the poor in future only. So it's a measure to check whether that kind of people will be rich. Okay, will if where they have the chance to become a rich or not. So that is vulnerability. Okay, for example, you can take the the small boy in the poor family. So how much of chance that boy have to come out of that poverty and to become a rich in the future, or he or she will remain poor only in the future only, whether he or she has chance or of becoming rich or not. So that is vulnerability. Okay, so by what we can check vulnerability? Okay, so first the what that particular group of people or the particular children should have. First they should have education. If they have education, then only they can come out from the poverty, and in the future they can do something good. They can get some good job and they can come out of the poverty. Okay, next is job. So if they have good job, then only they can come out of the poverty. Okay, and health also, and if they have a good health also, then only they can come out of the poverty, and they have a chance of becoming a rich in future. Okay, so all these things checks, or all these things are the aspects of vulnerability. Okay, whether that particular group of communities have the chance to become rich or not in the future. Okay, so those group of people is known as vulnerable group of people. Okay, so it is also defined as the portion of people below poverty line is also not same for all social groups and economic religion. Okay, vulnerability is the option available to the poor for finding an alternative living, okay, with the help of assets like education, health, and job opportunity. Okay, so this is vulnerability. So my dear students, I hope you all are clear with vulnerability. So today we'll be stopping out here. I will continue with this chapter in the next part of my video. Okay, till then, stay home, stay safe, and have a nice day.